Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up? How you doing? Welcome back to Get Over the Hump. Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Listen, it's Friday. We're here every Wednesday and Friday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern for Get Over the Hump. Listen, so let me say hello. Good morning. Yep. What up, Todd? What up, Seta? What up, Sam? So you know the first three questions. One, did you bring somebody with you? Two, did you give this to three people? And three, where we tapping in from? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I see you, Sam. Listen, because Get Over the Hump is a place where we bring leaders. What up, Shkar? Leaders, entrepreneurs, influencers, professionals together from across the globe where we can create, create the fresh perspective needed to give us that to get to the other side. So I say to you all again, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Shkar, shout out to your tiny desk. I see you. I see you. You make me want to go do a tiny desk or something. I like that. I like what I saw. I'm proud of you, ma'am. I'm proud of that. Yeah. Yep, Seta, you in the building. Always Queens, New York is here. We know things are all right when we got Queens, New York in the building. Yep, so here we go. So after we talk through the first three questions, we know the next three questions are coming. Next three. Very simple. What kind of week have we had, people? What kind of week have we had? Come on. That's all I'm saying. Get in the contest. You can't get in a contest that you don't enter. I'm sorry, that ain't even on my notes. But you cannot get in a contest that you do not enter. And you, ma'am, entered into the contest. So I highly expect to be seeing you on the, what's that, NPR, and then the clips and the whole session being on YouTube. I highly expect to see that. So let's go. That's what we're doing in 2024. Yep, so we already know it. First, what up, Chantrice? Merlin is I'm a classic. Yep, there's a point where we stop explaining ourselves to people who insist on seeing us through their own lens. Lead them with their opinion and go live your life. Yep, so we got that. Next one is, my dopeness doesn't expire. Hey, let's just chill out. Just be present because it's going to happen when it's supposed to, in the time it's supposed to, with the people who have been expecting you. So since we know all that stuff is going to jump off, we can chill out and be present. All right? Or the last piece. I'm built for this. Yeah, I'm built for this. Simply going, yo, I'm not tripping off this stuff because if you knew everything that I've been through, you know that this stuff in front of me does not stand a chance. So, listen, good people, I need to see where we at, how we feeling, what kind of week is it? Yeah, you doggone right, Shakar. My dopeness doesn't expire. Yep, every time you take one of them steps, we shut one of them voices up that be trying to get into your head, into your spirit to say that you can't. And every time you do one of these moments, you start walking into the spirit and the place of I can. And yes, you can. You sure can. I'm sorry. I mean, your business a little bit publicly, but I'm just about to just go and say we're going to shut that up. I'm built for this. Chantrice, yes, you are, ma'am. Yes, you are. You sure are. Let's go. I'm a classic. Come on, Seta. We ain't got to keep explaining ourselves to people. That's toxic. I'm not about to keep explaining myself. As the old song says, what did the OJ say? No, it wasn't OJ's. Somebody older than that. But the song says, if you don't know me by now, you will never, never, never know me. So let me be clear. I'm not about to keep explaining myself to you. If you don't know, I ain't got time. Come on, CJ. Yep. My dopeness doesn't expire. Listen, ma'am, we just been waiting for the right people to recognize it. I know you having a good week. I'm built for this. Yep. All of it. I see you, Lisa. Yep. The pivots, the changes, the adjustments, the stuff that's on the plate. Yep, you sure are. Because you done been through more than what you're navigating right now. Yep. You sure are. Yeah. What up, Scooter? So listen, good people. Remember, we talk about this every time we get on. Why? Because it's about how we affirm what we see. And what we see determines on how we proceed forward. So when we understand that the visions of our mind can become the reality of our lives if we own our perspective, which determines whether we see opportunities or obstacles, or whether we see possibilities or problems. Come on, bro. Listen, I already know it. I've been around you almost 20 years now. Yeah. Your dopeness ain't ever going to expire. And now that you done settled into that, boy, you've been dangerous. I've been watching you. You've been dangerous since you done settled into that. Come on. All right, let's see. What we talking about, Jasmine? What up, though? Don't know how you feel this week, to be honest. Listen, that can be an honest space. I don't know how I feel, but I want you to be grateful because you're here to feel. I don't know how I feel this week, but you tapped in. Surrounded, as CJ said, in this space with these amazing people. And that was enough. That was enough. And let that be enough. I'm sorry, I'm already into my notes. I'm already into my stuff. Listen, we're going to continue on this path. It's planning for the end of the month. If that means we go a little longer. All I'm saying is we have to continue. What up, Miss Sandra? That we got to continue to keep talking about this space of self-love. And I posted something yesterday. Some of y'all might not have seen it. I don't take any offense. But I thought it would be a good place for us to start the conversation today about how we continue to elevate our triumphs, burn out and drown out our disappointments and weaknesses, and being able to continue as we elevate our triumphs and successes. It shows us and it allows for us to focus on what? How good we really are. It allows for us to focus on the worth that we actually have. Though everything else around us might be changing, what we're worth, what we're valued, does not change. I'll start out with this analogy. I remember seeing this in, was it church? I was young. And I remember the preacher got up and took this $100 bill. Had this $100 bill and, he took it out. It was fresh. Back in the day when everybody used to carry cash. Fresh $100 bill. Big face. Wasn't even the big face Ben Franklin. It was a little one. That's how you know it was a little while ago. And he took it out and he showed it. Boom, boom. What is this worth? Everybody says it's worth $100. Cool. He takes it. He folds it. And he puts it back up in there. He says, what is this? How much is it worth? He said it's worth $100. He then took that folded $100 bill, stepped all on that thing, and said, what is it worth? It's worth $100. I don't remember. We'll just say for conversation purposes, he dropped it into a glass of water, pulled it out, showed it, and he said, how much is it wet worth? They said $100. And he asked the people in the congregation, do you still want this $100? They said yes. He said, that's my point. Regardless of what this thing has been through, it's still worth what it's worth. And I want to make sure that we spend today talking about how we elevate our worth, our value. And it's going to take what I posted yesterday, and I'm going to talk about those 4 points. It's going to take 4 things that I think we can do to continue to elevate our value to show that we're worth it. That's it. Elevate your value so you can show that you're worth it. Because back to the very beginning, what we talked about, if we are to love and to serve people properly, we must do what first? Love ourselves. And if we're going to love ourselves first, then we have to go to 1 Corinthians 13, where it says, love is patient, love is kind, speed ahead. Love keeps no record of wrong. So if we keeping no record of wrong, including of my own, we talked about it. Burn the records. We're going to burn the records. But we also talked about we cannot just burn everything up that's around us and not replace it with something else new. If you're gonna, remove, you got to replace. We got to give some space for us to elevate our triumphs and successes. So now in our minds, in our hearts, in our spirits, in our memories, what we now have to focus on are triumphs, successes. And when you see your triumphs and your successes, it gives you an opportunity to do what? To be focused on what needs to get stronger. That I am more than a conqueror. That I am fearfully and wonderfully made. That I am built for this. That no weapon formed against me shall prosper. That I am. Listen, I just want to make sure that we set this proper foundation. I think I'm about to be on one this morning. It's to set this proper foundation that this is what we're going towards. All right? So there's four things. There's four things we're going to talk about. And as always, if you have a question, put it in the question bubble. All right? Put it in the question bubble. I got you. All right. So if we are going to put ourselves in a position to make sure that we celebrate our triumphs, we give these spaces to be elevated, where we drown out the other foolishness that has happened, the first thing you got to do is acknowledge your victories. Yep. Acknowledge your victories. There's a sound bite, that's been going around the internet for probably a couple of years now. I think it's from the dude Acho. And it just says, a win is a win. A win is a win. And see, some of us, we don't acknowledge our victories because we say they too small. But the last time I checked, if you play in sports, they don't care whether you won by 30 or if you won by half a point. A win is a win. A win is a win. And see, some of us are so focused on the big stuff that I want to be able to make $1 million. I want to be able to do this and do that. The fact that you got up, I'm telling you, I love old sanctified black folks. They said, I thank God, victory. For what? For waking up this morning with activities of my limbs, with it set in my right mind. A win is a win. Because the enemy been trying to take you out all week. He been trying to make you give up. He been trying to make you quit. Been trying to make you think that you crazy. Been trying to make you think that you less than. So I need you to go and understand that a win is a win. That we must celebrate the victories. There are no big victories, no small victories. The only thing is they victories. Listen, come on, Scoot, talk to me. Victories. What have I been winning at? You've been winning. You being able to get your kids to school? Win. Your kids coming home with good grades? Win. You got a car to be able to take them in? That's a win. You got a job, though you might hate your boss that you don't necessarily like. Win. The fact that you are aware that there's something more for you to be able to do, win. Because there's many people that's not aware. Win. A win is a win. Come on, Talk. I'm winning. Listen, do me a favor. She didn't fool around and got us there now. Listen, put that statement in the chat this morning. Because I need somebody to recognize publicly, virtually in front of all these people, I'm winning. Yep, make it personal. I'm winning. I want to see who going to just declare this morning. I'm winning. Yep. Because I love how Talk said it. I'm winning. See, winning is constantly happening. It's in the process. It's in the process. That means this ain't nothing in the past. I'm giving you current headlines. I'm giving you breaking news. I see y'all. I'm winning. In the process. Currently right now. You want to know what a win looks like? Go ahead and just pull my profile up. I'm winning. In the process. This is continual. This isn't a moment. This isn't a bottle rockets moment. I'm winning. Whew. Listen, if we don't get nothing else from the day, that you walk into wherever you walking into it, and you walk in with the I'm winning spirit. Yep. Walk in with the I'm winning spirit. Because when you walk in with the I'm winning spirit, all you see is dubs in front of you. See, it's easier. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm in my point number 2. Listen up. Fine, I'm here. So since we did started and said that I'm winning, point number 2 is we got to embrace the growth mindset. Yep. Simply the growth mindset. And everybody likes to overuse this word, this phrase right now, but it's what I posted, so we're going to talk about it. The growth mindset puts you simply here. I don't see obstacles. I see opportunities. I don't see problems. I see possibilities. I learned this. I was teaching this back in Q4 for a group. And somebody gave me this acronym and I thought it made total sense. They said, fail. They're flipping the word fail. What does it mean? First, attempt in learning. See, when I'm winning, all I'm doing is forging new territory. I'm taking on a new mountain. I'm cutting through the Amazon with a machete. Sometimes you feel like you cutting through the Amazon with a butter knife, but you winning because you going through a space that nobody else dared to go. And since you going through a space that nobody else dared to go, you're giving yourself an opportunity. First attempt in learning. Because when I learn, I get a lesson. When I get a lesson, I get wisdom. And the moment I get another piece of wisdom, it goes back to what we said earlier. I'm winning. I just want to make sure we're not missing this. I'm sorry. If y'all didn't tell, I woke up on one this morning. Because we got to elevate this stuff. That if we first can position ourselves to start, first point, acknowledge our victories. A win is a win. And walk with that swag and that belief that I'm winning. That everything that's attached to me wins. God is not looking for people to just bless. He's looking for people to bless through. So guess what? Since I'm winning, he might as well use me to bless through to other people. Because everything connected to me does what? Wins. I'm winning. So then we go growth mindset, knowing that life is not going to be perfect. Life isn't a linear space of ascension. But what life is an opportunity for us to learn, get lessons, get more wisdom, and to keep winning. Because winning is in action. Constant, excuse me, constant action that does not have an ending to it. Talk said it earlier, and it don't stop. Since I'm winning, okay, then I need people to understand. I see what I see. And what I see, you don't see. And I'm not tripping that you don't see it, but if you want to find out what I see, come get behind me and let's go. Because I'm winning. I'm winning. Simple. I'm sorry. Let me take a pause. Put some fire and some lighters in the chat if these first 2 points are helping y'all this morning. That I'm winning bless me. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to be relatable when I talk to people today. But that I'm winning. That bless me. I'm winning. Yes, that's right, Todd. It's continual motion and it don't stop. Man, every time it look like everything you touch is a dub. You right. You right. I'm sorry. I was promised that he was going to bless me. He promised. So since he promised, who am I to tell him? Who am I not to let him fulfill his promises in my life? So guess I'm winning. Now, so all this other little stuff, I know that is working together for my good. Yep. I can declare because I'm winning. What the enemy meant for evil, God meant it for good. Yep, I'm winning. When the enemy came to eat of my flesh, they stumbled and fell. I'm winning. Yeah, because I'm winning. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I'm winning. I'm sorry. Y'all are frustrated. They're going to be frustrated looking at you and they're going like, but it don't look like it. I see what you just put there, Talk. You messing with me. It don't look like it. Yeah, because you can only see. I got vision. Yep. You only got sight, but I got vision. And if you could see what I could see, I got better vision than the Vision Pro. I don't see none of that stuff outside of here. I'm so locked in where I'm going. I know I'm winning. Okay. All right. We got 2 more points. Let me move myself. Let me move myself along. But that I'm winning. I told y'all, if y'all don't get nothing else today, I'm winning. All right. Point number 3. Surround yourselves with the right people. Yep, CJ said it earlier. I was like, she already in my notes. She was excited to be among what? These amazing people. This group. Leaders, entrepreneurs, professionals, influencers, people from across the globe connected in one space to say, we winning. We got vision. So we embrace what it is we see in front of us because it's not a problem. It's a possibility. So since I don't see problems I don't see problems, I only see possibilities. I don't see obstacles, I see opportunities. Now, I need to get myself around the right people. The same people who see the same thing I see. Listen to me. To see the same thing that I see. I love you, boy. Be good. What I see is you see. You see that you winning. You see that I'm winning. We winning. I'm winning. That's what we need to be able to see. That people are going to be able to enhance our vision, to be able to enhance our belief, to enhance our faith. I'm not hanging out with folks no more that don't want to be able to see that there's something greater than the moment. You want to stay in your present moment and think that's all that it is? I'm not mad at you. Stay there. But I can't stay with you. And if that means I got to be alone for a second until I find my right people, because I'm going to what? Surround myself with the right supporting people. I need people to see what I see. I need people to think the way that I think. Because there's some days that life be whooping on you a little bit that you be wanting to pull the ripcord. And I know there are people right now on this particular call, on this particular moment that we're having this Friday, that have said something encouraging to me that has kept me going. Why? Because I'm surrounded by the right people. Every Wednesday and Friday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern, I'm surrounded by the right people. That's why I'm making sure that we going to get together October the 4th and the 5th in D.C. so we can do what? Be surrounded by the right people. Because we need to be able to come together and act like Voltron. And I love that old cartoon. I loved it. All them different colors. Ain't nobody think about Power Rangers. Listen, ain't nobody think about no doggone Power Rangers. But that Voltron, when that thing came together, they was different. When we get together on Wednesdays and Fridays, it's different. And because you know how it feels, what you see in your life and what you're able to do after coming out of here every Wednesday and Friday at 7 a.m., then you got to change where you go into when you leave here. Because remember, we might only be together for 2 hours during the week. Impactful 2 hours. Now, where do you start doing that in your own individual lives? Surround yourself with the right people. Because when we surround ourselves, groovy morning to you, Shane, groovy morning. Because when you, listen to me, surround yourself with the right people, it becomes the right environment that's conducive for growth, conducive for excitement, and conducive for encouragement. Because then you become the right person, surrounded by the right people at the right time. All right, let me get to this question. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to. Ooh, good question. Question just came up. What do you say to somebody whose vision is blurred? Okay. So there's a couple ways you can approach it. And people have done this for me. But I'm thankful they did this for me. But they also wanted to verify where I was. All right. So the first thing I think you got to verify what a person is. What do I mean by that? Is you got to understand, does this person want to stay where they are, or do they want to change where they are? All right. It's two totally different spaces. People can have blurred vision and be content that it's blurred. Or people can have blurred vision and know that there's something different. Here's the one thing I love about one of Jesus' miracles in the Bible. Is that it was a man that he healed that was blind. Been blind from birth. But when he wiped his eyes and said, "What do you see?" He says, "I see men walking like trees." Now, some of us are not going to miss. I almost missed it. I was talking to one of my good friends, one of my sisters one day about the scripture. And she said, don't miss the fact that the miracle started when the man said he could see. He was blind. He said, "I can see, but I see men walking like trees." Okay. Could see. Jesus was verifying where he was. And because the man was honest about what he could see, Jesus knew that the healing wasn't complete. But was he going to be honest to be able to say, "I can see, but I see men walking like trees"? See, he could have stopped the statement and said, "Lord, I can see," because he had never seen before. See, blurred vision isn't that somebody cannot see. They have an impairment. There is something that's coming over their lens that's allowing for it not to be able to be seen through clearly. So blurred vision or impaired vision makes you see things that aren't supposed to be there. Those of you all that wear glasses consistency, and I'm wearing them more often to protect my eyes for the blue light on my computer, is that you got to constantly clean your vision, the lenses on your glasses, so your vision can be clear. So you got to verify where they are. If they want to change, come on, boy, out of focus. If they want to change, then we say, "Hey, can I see your glasses for a second?" Based on my experience, if you use this piece of cloth and you rub right here and put them back on, you can see a little clearer. You can see that little thing that you was making out to be a giant really was about that small. You can really see that the objects appear to be closer than what they really are. You can then see that you're winning. But if they are content with being where they are, even though there's more available, even though they're making, as the old folks say, a mountain out of a molehill, all that stuff can be true. But until they're willing to say, "Where I am is no longer enough," you're wasting your time trying to get them to see it. So I say verify. And if they want to make some changes, then I've learned to start saying, "I don't know everything. Just in my experience, this would help. In my experience, you could do. In my experience, this could happen." So it puts it on them. If they want an experience similar to the one that you've had, then I'm gonna take the piece of cloth and clean the other side of my glasses, because it might give me a chance to actually see something I've never seen before. Listen, I hope this is helping. Put some fire and some ladders in the chat. We got one more point to get to. Today, we're talking about how do we elevate. Come on, Todd. He did check the temperature of them folks. Do you want to be made whole? I got to verify. Because if you cool being over here, I'm going to leave you where you at. It's cool. Ain't no beef. because you will only live and ascend to the level of your belief. So if we're going to celebrate, listen to me, celebrate our triumphs and successes and to give them space, the first thing we have to be able to do is we got to acknowledge our victories. Now, for those who weren't here for the first part, I'm just telling you, just walk into work today with the spirit and attitude. Maybe you hashtag it on your Instagram today. Maybe you put it in your stories today. Maybe you just send a text message to all your closest friends and just simply put in, I'm winning. Because what? A win is a win. And the two things why we love the statement, I'm winning, yes, talk, why I'm winning is because it's personalized and it talks about a process that does not stop. It wasn't I won. It wasn't I win. It's I'm winning. I'm in process. Nope. It's not I want to win. It's I'm winning. I am currently in the state. I am being into this present moment. I'm winning. Second thing we got to embrace is a growth mindset so we can begin to see ain't nothing but dubs around here. Ain't nothing but dubs around here. So guess what? All this little stuff that's showing up, it's going to work together. Yep, we talked about it. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, so I don't care what you say. Yep, I might not have got that job. I might not have got that opportunity. You just wasn't the right person to be able to steward what it is that I got. I'm winning. Yep, it might have taken me a little bit longer, but I understand what David said. I was young, but now I'm old. But I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. So guess what? It's coming. I ain't tripping. Yep, I know y'all tried to kill me. But no weapon formed against me shall prosper. When the enemies came to eat of my flesh, they stumbled and fell. Yep, so I'm not tripping about this. So I'm going to do what? I'm going to keep seeking ye first, the kingdom of God and all its righteousness. And all these things will be added unto me. Because as I keep seeking him, I'm seeking him in the spirit of I'm winning. So maybe I haven't looked hard enough to go find the win, but I'm winning. And since I'm winning, everything I see around me is a dub. It's an opportunity. It's a possibility. It's a moment to grow, learn, and to be better. Because I woke up this morning with the activities of my limbs, in my right mind. What does that mean? I'm winning. So since I'm winning, I embrace the mindset that allows for me to see everything that I need to see. Growth. No lack. No disappointment. I'm winning. Next thing we talked about. When we get to that point, we talked about a couple weeks, all the little chickens, the little losers, the people that don't want to do anything because we verified that you comfortable staying where you at. Now the eagle can go fly. Like they say in Philly, fly, eagles, fly. Now we can go fly because what? We're surrounded by the right people. And if I got to fly alone until the right person comes across and sees, oh, did you fly at this altitude too? Got it. Yep, I know you might be a little tired. Let me hold you up. I know it might get a little weary out here, but let's drop down a little bit, catch our breath, and let's go back up together. When you're surrounded by the right people, they won't let you quit. You won't let them quit. Y'all will never quit on the same day. You know how you're surrounded by the right people is when you send them a text message, give them a phone call. All of a sudden, you feel better. You feel invigorated. You begin to be able to see all the possibilities again. You begin to start walking like, I'm winning. I'm winning. That's how you know you're surrounded by the right people. You want to know when you're surrounded by the wrong people? Is when you feel worse after being in their presence. Simple. Last thing. Since I'm winning. Yeah. Since I'm embracing the growth mindset where I see nothing but wins. When I see these are first opportunities in learning. So I'm getting ready to get some wisdom. When I surround myself by supportive people, then the next thing I got to do, I got to protect it. I got to do what? Set boundaries. Yep, I got to set some boundaries. Then my circle of winners, boom, we going to run in a pack together. Like wolves. Like African dogs. That they moving together. Like a pride alliance. We going to run together. Because even if we ain't up to nothing, the fact that we together, people get nervous. So I got to protect that. Surrounded by the right people. And now, I got to keep the other stuff out. It's no disrespect. If you ain't a lion, you can't come do what lions do. Because when we start running, you're going to get trampled. When we start attacking, y'all going to think we being vicious. We just getting stuff done. So I got to set some boundaries. Because boundaries are the distance in which I can love you and me at the same time. So since that's the distance in which I can love you and me at the same time, I got to help you understand. I love you for not being a lion, but you can't come hang out with us because you're going to mess up what we're doing. I love you because you sacrificed and given everything to me, but you can't really keep being in my space like that because if I let you in my space, you're going to mess up what I see, how I feel about me, and who I surround myself with. I can't do it. I'm not disrespectful. I don't think that I'm better than. I just understand that my value is this. And since my value is this, just like I don't leave the door of my house unlocked, the door of my car unlocked. I just don't let my kids go anywhere. I just don't give my password or my PIN to my bank account to everybody. Because I don't just give all that stuff up to everybody. Guess what? I just can't give everybody access to my space. I will no longer protect things and stuff more than I protect myself. Nah, them days is over. If I value this material item to this level, then how much more do I need to show value to myself? Them days are over. If I value that, I value me more. So guess what? I'm going to set these boundaries. Some of us need to set the boundaries. I'm sorry. Some of the boundaries we need to set is in how we sleep and how we eat. Since it just came to me, let me just go and drop that on you. Boundaries. Yep, because some of what we eat and how we sleep is not going to be conducive to where we say we're going. I'm winning. Winners need fuel. Winning takes maintenance. Winning takes intentionality. So we got to figure out what are some of the areas that we need to be intentional about. What are some of the things that we need to be specific about? Because since I'm winning, and I acknowledge that every win is a win. There's no big wins, no little wins. A win is a win. And I'm embracing the growth mindset. The same way we jump on every Wednesday and Friday mornings. I'm a classic because I'm not explaining this stuff to you no more. If you want to see me that way, that's your business. I don't have time. My dopeness doesn't expire. I'm not about to be panicking because when I get there, it's going to be the time that it was meant for me to get there. He will restore the time that the cankerworm and the locust ate up. He's going to restore it. So I'm not tripping. My dopeness doesn't expire. And then last, I'm built for this. Yep, everything that could go wrong did go wrong because it was meant to be able to build a level of character in me that when everything goes right, I can handle everything that goes right. See that? When everything goes wrong that could go wrong, remember, that's only fortifying and building us up that when everything goes right, we can handle everything that goes right. Because sometimes people can't handle when things go right. So we need our character fortified to not just be able to deal with everything goes wrong, but to be able to deal with everything when it goes right. Because guess what? It's going to go right because I'm what? I'm winning. Okay. All right. We surround ourselves with the right people. Point number 3. Yeah. Every Wednesday and Friday. If you say, Aaron, I don't have it in my community, I'm telling you, just get up and come holler at us. Every Wednesday and Friday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern, IG Live. I'm going to be here. I'm working on something now to be able to do something in the evenings, off the platform for people who just can't get up in the morning or they already at work and they can't have their phone. I'm working on something. It's going to show up here in March, so stay tuned. Yep. But I'm just trying to facilitate an environment that you can find the winners. Like how you said that, Sam. Winner's circle this morning. But last but not least, set the boundaries. We got to set the boundaries. The boundaries is how you protect what you value. The boundaries are how you protect what you value. And guess what? In order for me to properly love others, I must first love myself. And if I'm first going to love myself, then I have to burn the record of wrongdoing. And when I burn the record of wrongdoing, I replace it with my successes and triumphs. And when I replace it with my successes and my triumphs, now it allows for me to go through what we said earlier. A win is a win because I'm winning. What I focus on gets stronger. I embrace the growth mindset to understand that each one of those wins were hard fought. They might not have been ugly. They might have been ugly. They might not have been pretty. But a win is a win, and I'm so glad to be on the winning side. Third thing, surround myself with the people that when they look at my masterpiece, when they look at that $100 bill that might have been stepped on and beat up a little bit, they see the value and say, yo, I like that, and I'm inspired to do more because I see the value. Last but not least, set boundaries so we can protect what's valuable. Listen, if this has been helpful, some of y'all have already done it. If this has been helpful, put some fire and some ladders in the chat. We about to go and get out of here and keep it pushing. But I want to see if this has been helpful. And as you put fire and ladders in the chat, I need you to follow it up with what Talk just put in there. I'm winning. Yeah, I need y'all to get that in your spirit, that to the point that you might be a little obstinate about this. You might be a little unrelatable about this. Come on, Sam. I see what you did there, sir. Yes. I'm winning. That's all I'm saying. I'm winning. I'm winning. Everything attached to me wins. I'm winning. Don't get it twisted. I'm winning. As long as y'all understand it, I'm winning. Then it don't look foreign to you. You might not know what a winner looks like, but I need you to understand. You touch, see, feel. Yep. If you're around me, just know I'm winning. So since I'm winning, I'm just showing you can too. I'm winning. Come on, Sam. I see what you did there. Sam, I see what you did there, sir. And it's true. All right, so let's get over the hump. Let's take ourselves to the next level. Let's get over the hump. All right? How do we get over the hump? I just need to spend time on the first one. Put on a piece of paper, I'm winning. Right now. I'm winning. And then I want you to write down as big of a list as possible. How many different ways you winning? How many different ways you winning? I'm winning. And then just write down all the different things which you winning. That's all I want you to do. If you do that, the other three things will take care of themselves. Because now you're going to have tangible receipts. You have tangible receipts that go, you know something? I ain't letting these folks bother me no more. I'm winning. 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 Listen, all right. All right, good people. As we land this plane, a couple things I want you to let you know. If you have not, listen to me. If you have not subscribed to the Get Over the Hump newsletter that drops every Monday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern, listen, get your life together. Click the link in the bio and go and hit subscribe. Got some bullets coming out. On Monday. You don't want to miss it. You do not want to miss it. So click the link in the bio. Get Over the Hump newsletter. Come straight to your inbox. It's meant to be 2 to 4 minute read. You got 2 to 4 minutes to put into your Monday to get your week off started off right. Last thing, I'm assembling the winners. Let me say it again. I'm assembling the winners. Those who, as Sam say, want to get into the winning algorithm. Where am I assembling them? Washington, D.C. When am I assembling them? October the 4th and the 5th. Click the link in the bio for the wait list. Jump on the wait list. Because I'm telling you, when the spots are gone, they're gone. We gonna start letting people purchase and all that stuff, showing you themes and graphics and all that stuff. All that stuff is coming. But I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it, people. I'm assembling the winners in D.C. Assembling. Yep. Forefathers of our country and all their crookedness and everything else. They assembled in that area. So guess what? This is getting ready to be a moment in which you're going to be able to look back on and say, I was assembled with the right people. And since I was surrounded by the right people, I saw the things I needed to see. And the genie can't go back in the bottle, and the toothpaste ain't going back in the tube. I promise when you walk out from that thing, for them 2 days of being with us, we're going to have a good time. We're going to do some work, and we're going to get, I'm just telling you, I'm excited. I'm excited about it. So October the 4th and the 5th, you do not want to miss it. DC is the place to be. Click the link in the bio. Get on the wait list. That is where the information drops first. Where early bird pricing, all that stuff is going to happen. That's where it's going to drop first. Do not miss October the 4th and the 5th. All right? Listen, good people, I love y'all. I love y'all more than you realize. Y'all keep me encouraged more than you know. And I simply want y'all to understand this. I'm winning. You're winning. And we're going to act like it. Because it's a process, as Talk says, that does not stop. Since it doesn't stop, guess what's going to happen? We're going to embrace the growth mindset, which says, I see opportunities, not obstacles. I see possibilities, not problems. I know that everything is working together for my good. I know what the enemy meant for evil, God meant it. Enemy meant for evil, God meant it for good. I know that the weapons of our, when the enemies came to eat of my flesh, they stumbled and fell. I know that the weapon is formed, but it will not prosper. I know that they could throw me into a fiery furnace and I come out pure gold. I know that they can throw me into a lion's den and not be eaten up by people who are trying to get me. I could be surrounded by people who got every plot against me, but God's favor still allows for me to win. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the circumstances look like. I'm winning. So since I'm winning, I embrace the growth mindset. I'm surrounded by the right people. And I'm going to set the boundaries to protect what it is that I value. And I value me first. So listen, people, I love y'all. I love y'all more than y'all know. I appreciate y'all. And do me a favor. Once this posts, send it to somebody that needs to know. I'm winning. And since they need to know that you're winning, and they want to get the same sauce that you got, send it to them and tell them. You need to understand what it looks like to win, what it sounds like to win, how we go about winning. Since I'm winning, you can win too. Let's go. Everything attached to me wins. And I want you to extend yourself some grace because some stuff, the moment you declare that you're going to do something different, some foolishness is going to show up. Doesn't matter. I'm winning. And so the best thing you can do in those moments, extend yourself some grace. And remember this. Just because you started out on this journey to get better, it doesn't mean that you weren't already good. So until Wednesday at 7 a.m. Eastern, I'll see you then.